debut at last year's Just for Laughs. This year, it's the Liffey laugh. Comedy anorak himself, Bernard O'Shea.
Obviously, you can see by my slow way I made myself onto the stage, I have a major old disability, the red hair. Any fellow countrymen in the audience? I am from the south side, Laois. Is there anybody here from Laois? Really? Normally the statistics that are happening are so unbelievably narrow. Even when I go home to Laois, there isn't people from Laois in Laois. Do you know what we could do? We could have a Laois conversation and they can put subtitles like, how are you going? What the two packs of badgers, daddy? 2 badgers in a Port Cortina, daddy? 2 badgers, daddy? Blood coming off a badger, daddy? That's just hello. Like... I also wear a scarf. I like wearing a scarf. I like wearing a scarf because I live in Dublin now, and ever since we slaughtered that badger with a pack of zip fire lighters. And there's a special education institution here in Dublin called Trinity College. Do you know this place? And they can do a thing that I could never have done in my life. It was called the Trinity Throw. Have you seen this? This is how it goes. Right, see your ear down. Right? I could never do that. I went to college in Dundalk. The only thing we used scarves for there was, get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! I swear to God, Mr. McKevin, I only shifted her. Right, very quickly. I used to work for farmers, and they ran me into the ground. I know, they were lovely people. But the worst was, you'd be schmupping cattle. The Dublin people don't know that. That is basically you have cattle, and you're trying to give them an injection or do something with them, and they're just going, come on, come on, come on. And the cows are going, sorry, what are you saying? Are you Dublin girls? Are you? Okay, Nev, let's sex up. Let's sex this up. Just because I'm a rural dweller, it don't mean, baby, I can't be your sexual fella. I will take you to my hay barn. We can rip some bale and twine. But we're going to have to stop at 6 o'clock because that's milking time. Oh, come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Gonna take you home to visit my mom and my daddy. My mommy and my daddy. But don't talk to daddy, no, cause daddy might touch you in places when you're asleep that I won't know about. And we're sitting around on the dinner table with you, just me, you, my mommy and my daddy. And then my mommy asks, where did you meet? I say, strange story, I was out doing a gig in Vicar Street one night, and she was there sitting at the counter with her twinkly eyes, and this is how special you are to my mommy and my daddy. This is how special you are. For dessert, baby. For dessert. We got Romantica. My last girlfriend only got a Viennetta. You got a Romantica. And then late at night when we're all gone to bed and our phones are still on and you're in the special let-down bed in the sitting room and I'm in my own room. And I text you and I go, are you still up? And you text back, go, yeah, I'm still up. And I text back and I go, well, I'm up. And you go, are you up or are you up? And then it gets lost in loads of confusion. And then I take off my clothes, and then I take off my sandals, and I'm going down the hall, and I'm tippy-toeing down, the hall. And I look down and it's carpet, and I go, what was the point in tiptoeing on carpet? Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. And then I go into the sitting room, and I get into the special let-down bed. And I rub your hairy, long arm. What's a hairy, long arm doing in the special let-down bed? What? take your hands off my girlfriend. Oh, Daddy, take your hands off my girlfriend. Oh, Daddy, take your hands off my girlfriend. Oh, Daddy, 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 Daddy. Oh, Mommy, 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 they put the camcorder down. Ladies and gentlemen, Neville, thank you very much.
Fresh from the Naked Camera TV show, DVD and sellout tour, top stand-up Maeve Higgins.
I'm always trying to be cool. It's hard, isn't it? You know. It's so hard to be cool. I've tried different ways, of looking cool. I think if you emulate a celebrity, sometimes you can look quite cool. I think Jennifer Lopez is pretty good, isn't she? J-Lo, I call her, actually. Don't know her that well, but she doesn't mind. She looks great, but there's a few problems trying to look like Jennifer Lopez, isn't there? You hear a lot of girls now saying, I've got a J-Lo bottom. You're like, you've got a fat ass. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, ugh. But I try and emulate her look. But it's difficult for an Irish girl to look like Jennifer Lopez, isn't it? Because she's got beautiful olive skin, whereas most of us are blessed with a Celtic complexion. Thanks a lot, holy God. Having a great laugh when he was making us, they'd say, oh, no, paler. Paler, again, paler. Look how she glows. Because my friends, I don't know about my friends. I think I need to get some new friends because some of my friends really do annoy me. I've got one friend and she's a really, really desperate attention seeker, said the girl standing on stage in a microphone. She is so deranged. No, but my friend Simone, she rings me up all the time in the middle of the night with these medical emergencies, so-called medical emergencies. And her favourite one, her favourite thing to say is, Maeve, I don't know what to do. I think I might be pregnant. And I know for a fact that Simone could not be pregnant because she hasn't slept with anyone since transition year. I know that because we all did work experience together as prostitutes. So she couldn't be, But then I suppose I can't really blame her for pretending to be pregnant because it's something that we all do from time to time, isn't it? All the girls here pretend to be pregnant from time to time, guaranteed. For an engagement ring, maybe. Even a bit of attention, Maybe a trip to England. Come back with loads of shopping. Thanks for the money, It's awful. I've been out with guys and they say things to me like, stop picking your nose, Maeve. We're in a restaurant. God, Why don't you shave your toes like the rest of the girls, Maeve? Like, you said Lord of the Rings was your favourite film, like. Hypocrite. But I don't care. I don't care what a guy looks like. I care what their personality is like, I used to go out with a guy who was really, really fat. He was clinically obese. He was huge, woo, big heifer. But I didn't care what he looked like. There was one problem with our relationship, and that was often if you're very, very fat, if you're obese, you often have quite a low libido. A low sex drive. I just learned the word libido last week, so I'm bandying it around to be, ringing up my mum. How's your libido? But he had quite a low libido, so I had to do all sorts of tricks to get him into bed. And the main thing that worked for us as a couple were role plays. We did a lot of role play work together, and generally my role was as a breakfast role. He loved those.
Just talking about sleep and when you're in bed and all that. Do you know when you're in bed at night and there's that few minutes in between when you're awake and you're asleep and all those silly, stupid little thoughts start to go through your head? I'm using them now. And I'm getting paid. And I'm very lucky to get paid for doing something I love because I could never work in an office or anything like that. Take even the most glamorous office of all. The office you see in the background on news programmes. You see them on ITV and Sky News and American news programmes. I would hate to work there because it must be so annoying having everyone you know at home being able to watch television and see what you do in work every day. That pleasure you're supposed to get from telling people about your work day would be ruined. Oh man, there's this gorgeous blonde in work and she just can't keep her fucking hands off me. Bullshit. She never even looks at you. And she's a big fat redhead. Cop on! Then again, I'm not even sure if that office in the background is the real deal because it's only really there to make the news look more important. And most of the time, the people back there just seem to be sitting around chatting. If that was a real office, every Christmas you turn on the news and everybody would be pissed drunk at the office Christmas party. That'd be brilliant television. The news readers there trying to read the news while everybody in the background's out of their faces, dancing around to Christmas songs and having office affairs while their loved ones watch at home. Daddy, what's Mammy doing? Mammy's getting promoted. Does everybody here remember the fairy tales from their childhood? Yeah. Cool. I loved fairy tales. My granddad used to tell me them, and I'll never forget sleeping over my grandparents' house, and through the wall I'd hear him and my granny rowing like they always did, and straight after it, my granddad would come in, and as a way to make me feel better after all the shouting, he'd start into a fairy tale, but it wouldn't work, because all he'd end up doing was picking fairy tales that allowed him to further vent his frustration at my granny in the other room. So Hansel and Gretel ate all the food they could eat. But little did they know that the old witch wanted to eat them. And the mirror on the wall said that Snow White was the most beautiful of them all. And of course, the Queen didn't like this, because that meant she was a dirty tramp! Of a woman. Other fairy tales would get more straight to the point about what was annoying him. So Jack climbed up the beanstalk, got to the castle, slid under the door, and who did he see sleeping there? Only his wife and his best friend! 43 years ago to this day, and I'll never fucking forget it!
Signing tonight, voted top totty for the series from Wales via London, the wonderful Rhod Gilbert.
You're very kind, you're very kind. From Wales. Always a warm welcome. Do we have any Welsh people in tonight? Never felt quite so alone. So, no Welsh people here. People don't realise how tough it is growing up in Wales. You know, this is the thing. I remember one night I dreamt it stopped raining. You never forget that first dry dream, I tell you. Because that's when you learn, isn't it? That's when you learn about the opposite sex. That's when you learn about girls, boys, whatever. When you're young, your formative years, you know. Playing doctors and nurses. Did you do that when you were kids? You did, sir, clearly. Bit too much by the sound of it. See, because I played that. That's how you learn, isn't it? The problem was with me, my brother was always the doctor. I don't mean I was the nurse. He didn't examine me. He wouldn't even let me in the surgery. He used to make me work in admin. You know, it's been a funny year for me. I've been wondering what to do with my life. Like many of us, I don't know what to do with my life quite. I was thinking about joining the Navy. Over there in the UK, you know, the Royal Navy they have over there. You see this Royal... I thought about joining, but then I heard an advert this year on the radio. An advert on the radio for the Navy that got me very confused. I think they were looking for a chef. It started with the words, "Can you fry an egg?" I was listening to the advert and I thought, no. Then it said, "Could you fry an egg on a boat?" I thought, no. Then it said, "Could you fry an egg on a boat in a storm?" I thought, no. I thought, to be honest, you're not making this any easier. If anything, it's getting more difficult to fry this egg of yours. In fact, you may be talking to the wrong person altogether. Maybe you're looking for somebody who said yes to the first question. Then it said, could you fry an egg on a boat in a storm while you're being bombed by the enemy? And I thought, no. The answer's still no, but then I had a thought. I was listening to that. I thought maybe I could do scrambled eggs. I thought they may even have made themselves by now. I thought, is anybody really going to mind? Is anyone really going to mind if I do scrambled eggs tonight instead of fried? Is anybody really? Maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about dinner at all. Maybe we should fend off the enemy first. Those of us who survive, we can get a takeaway later, can't we?